In the serene village of Sundarpur, the evening sky painted shades of orange and pink over the hills. 16-year-old Aarav climbed onto the rooftop of his modest home, his eyes fixed on the horizon. While the village settled into the quiet rhythm of daily life, Aarav's mind raced with ideas of machines, inventions, and ways to make farming easier for his father. "A boy from this small village can't do it," some neighbors muttered, shaking their heads. But Aarav only smiled. To him, dreams were not limited by geography or circumstance. He imagined himself in bustling cities, in laboratories filled with tools and inventions, changing lives with his knowledge. Every star in the sky and every sunset reminded him that each day was a chance to get closer to his goal. Despite his youth, Aarav felt a weighty sense of responsibility, not just for himself, but for the farmers he grew up seeing toil endlessly. That night, as the village lights twinkled below, he silently promised himself, no challenge was too big, no obstacle too strong. His journey had only just begun, and he was ready to chase it with all his heart. Scene 2. While most teenagers in Sundarpur spent their mornings running through fields and playing cricket, Aarav's day began hours before the sun rose. Under the dim glow of a flickering lantern, he pored over physics books and solved complex math problems. Sometimes the power would cut out, leaving him in darkness, yet he refused to stop. His father watched quietly from the courtyard, pride mingled with worry. School was no easier. When Aarav shared his ambitions aloud, classmates laughed, calling him foolish for dreaming so high. But each sneer, each mocking comment, only strengthened his resolve. Dreams aren't handed to anyone, he told himself. Every experiment, every equation, every late-night study session was a step closer to proving that a boy from Sundarpur could achieve greatness. Even in the face of ridicule, Aarav persisted. His determination was fueled not by recognition, but by an inner belief that hard work could surpass any limitation. In these quiet, lonely mornings, the foundation of his future was being laid. The boy who once faced laughter and doubt was secretly building the resilience that would carry him through his toughest challenges. One stormy afternoon, rain pattering on the tin roofs of Sundarpur, Aarav saw an opportunity. The village water pump had broken, leaving farmers struggling. Drawing on knowledge from his studies and a few scavenged materials from his father's farm, he set to work. Hours later, mud-stained and drenched, Aarav succeeded in repairing the pump. The villagers gathered, astonished. Murmurs of "Can he really do this?" filled the air. For the first time, people began to take his talent seriously. Aarav realized that even small successes mattered. They were proof that effort could turn dreams into reality. He carefully documented every experiment, every repair, every trial. Each success, no matter how minor, became a building block for bigger ambitions. Fueled by this newfound confidence, he applied for scholarships in the city, dreaming of a place where he could access better tools and learn from expert mentors. This first victory, simple as it seemed, ignited a fire in Aarav. It was no longer just a dream, it was becoming a tangible goal. He had learned an important lesson. Patience, perseverance, and hands-on effort could make the impossible seem possible. City life hit Aarav like a storm. His scholarship barely covered tuition, and his hostel room was cramped, shared with strangers. Classrooms were intimidating, filled with students who had access to superior resources, tutors, and connections. The workload was relentless, and Aarav often felt exhausted and homesick. Some days, he questioned whether he was truly cut out for this path. But every time he glanced at the picture of Sundarpur's rooftops in his mind, his resolve strengthened. He worked late into the night, sometimes skipping meals, determined to understand every concept, to master every experiment. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming became stepping stones. He learned to adapt, to seek knowledge wherever it existed, and to never compare his journey with others. Aarav discovered the true meaning of perseverance, pushing forward even when every circumstance seemed stacked against him. Each struggle strengthened him, each sleepless night sharpened his skills. Slowly, the boy from a small village transformed into a capable, resilient young scientist, prepared to turn his dreams into reality. Years of relentless effort culminated at a national science fair. Aarav unveiled his innovative irrigation machine, designed to conserve water and increase crop yields for farmers. Judges leaned closer, astonished at the sophistication and practicality of his invention. Whispers of admiration filled the hall. When Aarav was declared the winner, applause thundered across the auditorium. Companies and organizations approached him, eager to collaborate and implement his ideas. The boy who once sat on a dusty rooftop in Sundarpur, dreaming under the stars, had finally achieved what many said was impossible. Aarav felt a wave of pride and gratitude. But more than personal success, he was happy knowing his invention would benefit countless farmers like his father. Every hardship, every sleepless night, every mocked word along the way had been worth it. The dream that had been born on a quiet village rooftop was now changing lives, proving that passion and perseverance could overcome any barrier. Success did not make Aarav complacent. Traveling across India, he visited schools, speaking to children with a spark in his eyes. "Dream big," he said. "But remember, dreams alone are not enough. Work hard, even when it's tough, and never let anyone tell you your dream is too big." Children listened, inspired by the story of a boy from a small village who defied odds. Aarav shared his failures, his struggles, and the nights he felt like giving up. He wanted young minds to know that the path to achievement was paved with effort, resilience, and courage. The boy who once faced ridicule and doubt had become a symbol of hope, showing that no dream is too big for those willing to dedicate themselves fully. Every smile, every spark of motivation he saw in the students reminded him of why he began this journey. Aarav had not only achieved his dream, he was creating a legacy of inspiration for generations to come.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Text to Heart for more inspiring and emotional stories.